Most people think mental health is something you only pay attention to when things fall apart, when anxiety becomes unbearable, when burnout steals your energy, when sleepless nights turn into exhausted mornings, or when life suddenly feels heavier than it should. But mental health is not an emergency button you press only during a crisis. It is not a destination you arrive at once and stay forever. Mental health is a daily practice, a quiet discipline, and one of the most important investments you make in yourself every single day. Just like physical fitness, emotional well-being is built through repetition, not rescue. You do not become physically strong by going to the gym once a year. You do not become mentally strong by giving yourself attention only when you are breaking. The strongest minds are not necessarily the ones that never struggle. They are often the ones that have learned how to care for themselves consistently before the storm arrives. We live in a world that rewards speed, productivity, and constant availability. People celebrate being busy as if exhaustion were a badge of honor. Rest is often treated like laziness. Silence feels uncomfortable. Reflection is postponed. In this environment, mental health quietly suffers because we keep feeding the outside world while starving the inside one. We check our phones before checking our feelings. We respond to emails faster than we respond to our own emotional needs. Mental health as a daily practice begins with awareness. You cannot manage what you refuse to notice. Many people move through life disconnected from their emotional state. They feel irritated but never ask why. They feel numb but call it normal. They feel overwhelmed and assume everyone else is handling life better. Awareness means learning to pause and ask simple but powerful questions. How am I feeling today? What is draining me? What is restoring me? What thoughts keep repeating in my mind? Self-awareness is not weakness. It is emotional intelligence. Sleep is one of the most underestimated foundations of mental health. A tired brain is more anxious, more reactive, and less capable of handling stress. Yet many people sacrifice sleep for scrolling, overworking, or worrying. Protecting your sleep is not indulgence, it is maintenance. Your brain needs restoration just as much as your body does. A rested mind thinks clearer, feels calmer, and responds wiser. Another daily pillar is movement. Exercise is often discussed only for weight loss or physical appearance, but its impact on mental health is profound. Walking, stretching, strength training, or simply moving your body releases tension and improves mood. It reminds your nervous system that you are alive, active, and capable. Sometimes a walk in fresh air does more for your anxiety than another hour of overthinking ever will. Then there is the practice of boundaries, one of the most difficult and necessary acts of self-respect. Mental health suffers when your life is filled with constant emotional leakage. People who drain you, commitments that exhaust you, conversations that leave you heavy. Saying no is not selfish. It is often the most responsible form of self-preservation. Boundaries are not walls, they are filters. They help protect your peace so your energy can be used where it truly matters. Nutrition also plays a silent but powerful role. What you consume affects not only your body but also your mind. Too much sugar, caffeine overload, poor hydration, and chaotic eating patterns can increase stress and emotional instability. While food is not a magic cure, your brain depends on what you feed it. A stable body supports a stable mind. Mental health also depends on the quality of your inner dialogue. Many people live with a harsh internal critic that says things they would never say to someone they love. You are behind. You are not enough. You always fail. This constant mental attack becomes emotional poison. A daily practice of mental health includes challenging these thoughts. Not every thought deserves belief. Self-compassion is not making excuses. It is choosing honesty without cruelty. Connection matters deeply. Human beings are not designed to heal in isolation. Sometimes the greatest medicine is being heard without judgment. A conversation with a trusted friend, time with family, meaningful community, or professional support through therapy can create emotional relief that silence cannot. Strength is not pretending you need no one. Strength is knowing when to reach out. Gratitude is another practice often misunderstood. It does not mean ignoring pain or pretending life is perfect. It means refusing to let darkness blind you to light. Even in difficult seasons, there are things worth noticing: a peaceful morning, a kind message, a lesson learned, a second chance. Gratitude trains the mind to see possibility instead of permanent defeat. Perhaps the most powerful truth is this: healing is rarely dramatic. It is usually ordinary. It looks like drinking water, going to bed on time, taking a walk, deleting a toxic conversation, saying no without guilt, asking for help, turning off the noise, and sitting quietly with yourself long enough to listen. It looks small, but repeated daily, these small acts become emotional architecture. There will still be hard days. Mental health is not about permanent happiness. It is about resilience, the ability to feel deeply without being destroyed by every emotion. It is about learning how to return to yourself after stress, disappointment, grief, or failure. It is not perfection. It is practice. Many people wait for motivation before they start caring for themselves. But care often comes before motivation. Action creates momentum. You may not feel like journaling, walking, resting, or opening up, but often those are the exact things your mind needs most. Discipline in mental health means doing small healing things even when you do not feel like doing them. The truth is, your life quality is shaped by your mind quality. Success means little if your inner world is chaos. Wealth cannot replace peace. Achievement cannot silence emotional exhaustion. A healthy mind helps you enjoy the life you are working so hard to build. Mental health is not a luxury for people with extra time. It is a necessity for anyone who wants to live fully, lead wisely, love deeply, and endure life's inevitable storms. It is not weakness to prioritize your peace. It is maturity. It is wisdom. It is survival. So start small, but start today. Protect your sleep. Move your body. Watch your thoughts. Set your boundaries. Ask for help. Practice gratitude. Choose peace where possible. Because mental health is not something you fix once. It is something you build daily, like trust, like strength, like character. And if this message reminded you of something you needed to hear, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who may be silently carrying too much. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful conversations about life, growth, and becoming stronger from the inside out, because the healthiest life always begins in the mind.